Hey guys, welcome to Talk Yue. I have organized the vocabulary list into categories so that it is easier to study words that are related to each other. And today I want to show you 3 of these categories so that you can learn new words or review the characters that you already know. The 3 categories I want to cover today are directions, clothes, and colors. In each of these categories, I have put together the HSK3 new vocabulary as well as the words that were already present in the HSK 1 and 2 exams. So you can use this video to see if you know all of these words, and in case you do, you can review the characters with me. So let's start with the category of directions. With directions, we start with 2 basic words, which are 前面 that you see here. It means in front of. And 后面, which means behind. So for example, you could say the doctor is in front of the hospital. 医生在医院前面. Or the mother is behind the child. 妈妈在孩子后面. Then we also have words such as 旁边, which means next to. So you could say the bike is next to the car. 自行车在车旁边. And then following from 旁边, we have a similar word which means 附近. 附近 means nearby. So you could say, near my house there is a shop. 我的房子附近有一家商店. So 旁边 and 附近, they're not quite the same. 旁边 means directly next to, while 附近 can mean more broadly in the same neighborhood, in the same area, nearby. Then the last set of directions that you need to know for the HSK3 exam are the directions that you can find on a compass. In China, indications such as north, south, east, west, they are very much used also to provide street directions when somebody is looking for a specific location. So you need to know how to indicate them. So the first one is 北方, meaning north. You can also omit the fang. You can just say 北, or you can also say 北边. 北方 is the most complete way of saying north. East is 东, 东方. 南方, south. 西方, west. So you can say, I live in the north of China. 我住在中国北方. So these are all the directions that you will find in the HSK3 exam. As you see, it is not many words, and I think that studying them in this way all together and all connected helps with remembering them. So let's move on to the next category. The next category is clothes, which I have added the generic word for it in Chinese, 衣服. There are 3 basic words that you need to know regarding clothes, which are 衣服, then also the verb that is associated with clothes, meaning to wear, 穿衣服, wear clothes. And lastly, the measure word or classifier specifically for clothes. 件, 一件衣服, or 这件衣服, these clothes. So let's move on to specific items of clothing that come up in HSK3, and these are probably new words. We have 衬衫, a shirt. Then we have 裤子, pants. Pay attention to the fact that 衬衫 has as measure word 件, the one that I showed you before, while 裤子, they use a different measure word because they are items of clothing that are long, so they use the measure word 条, 一条裤子, 一件衬衫, 一条裤子. Then we have a skirt, 裙子. So you can ask somebody, do you prefer wearing pants or skirts? 你最喜欢穿裤子还是裙子? Lastly, we have shoes, 皮鞋. 皮鞋 are specifically leather shoes. So the P character indicates leather as a material. So these 4 items of clothing are new words that come up in HSK3. I have also prepared for you 3 additional words that are not necessarily clothes, but I think are related to fashion or dressing up in general. The first word is 帽子. It's an accessory. It means a hat a hat, a beanie, 帽子. Then you have 包, a bag. And then you have 行李箱, meaning a piece of luggage. So these are all the accessories you might find in your exam. 帽子, 包, 行李箱. So again, this concludes this category. So these are all the clothes and clothing related words you might want to know for your HSK3 exam. So let's go to the last section, colors. The general word for color, as you see on the screen, is 颜色. So what is your favorite color? 你最喜欢的颜色是什么? So 颜色 is a generic word. All the colors end with the character 色. It can also be omitted sometimes, especially in spoken language, but it's good for you to be able to recognize the character as well. So we start from the two most basic colors, which already appeared in HSK 1 and 2, 黑色 and 白色. 黑色 is black, 白色 is white. Whenever we talk about colors, we need to use the grammatical structure with a d behind the color. For example, we just learned how to say a shirt, 衬衫. So a white shirt could be 白色的衬衫. So let's see the other colors that come up in our exam. 红色 red, 黄色 yellow, 蓝色 blue, 绿色 green. So these are all the colors that you are expected to know for your HSK3 exam. So this concludes the last category that I wanted to show you for today. To review, we have seen 3 categories: directions, clothes, and colors. We have covered 26 words from the HSK3 vocabulary, and I hope this also helps you have a better idea of how the exam is organized, and I hope it gives you the impression that the vocabulary list is not as infinite as it might seem. As you see, there's quite few words per category. So I hope this video was helpful for you, and I wish you good luck in your Chinese studying journey. 再见!